Be cautious on who you choose to be your mentor, especially when it's coming to business and your personal relationship. Hey, Jason here. If you've been watching the channel, I'm now 10 years in the game as an expat slash nomad. Left back in 2015. I am now on my fourth country, third continent here in Lusaka, Zambia, the southern region of Africa. What I've started doing for these 10 years now, since these 10 years, is sharing with you things I've learned, how to become an expat successfully, the good and the bad of the journey. But most importantly, I'm sharing with you, in case you are an expat already, or thinking about becoming one, why you should start considering Lusaka, Zambia as a place to come to, because there's a lot of opportunities here. But let's go ahead and get into today's video. So today, as the title said, it was like, be cautious on who you pick and choose as a mentor, especially when it comes to business and or your personal life. Now, you may not call them a mentor when it's dealing with your personal life. You may call them a life coach. But everyone is not qualified to actually lead. And so, I'm going to share with you a couple of personal stories, because I don't know if you know, I'm starting to realize I don't talk about a lot of things that I did along this 10-year journey, but I've had life coaches. I had a lot of mentors. I still have mentors to this day. And I was actually getting ready to order a ticket to see one of my mentors, which is Robert Kiyosaki. He's going to be in South Africa come May. And so I was looking at the ticket prices and seeing, and I'm going to end up getting the diamond ticket. And it costs like almost $400 US dollars. And is that a lot of money? Yes. But sometimes when you have the right mentors, the things you can learn from them will earn you way more money than what you actually ended up investing to go and see them. However, when I first started looking into mentorship, especially with business, I wasn't finding the best people. I was finding the people that were doing the loudest marketing. And, they're like, oh, I'm going to show you how to make $1 million. I'm going to show you how to take a business from nothing and start earning $10,000, $15,000 a month. And are you able to do it? Yes, you are. However, what I learned was it's not as easy as people make it seem when they're giving these claims on the internet or you see these advertisements come across. The last one that I ended up doing, it had cost me, let me rephrase that. I invested about 10,000 US dollars into it. And about 6 months in, I started realizing the individual, all they were doing was taking us along the steps as they're learning from the person they were invested in. And so I realized it was cheaper just to invest in the person they're learning from, who knows what they're doing. But also it showed me just spending a lot of money or investing a lot of money on something does not guarantee results. And a lot of people don't know this. And I don't think the people are trying to scam you. The people do mean well sometimes, but meaning well does not always end in well results. It can end up in worse results than where you are, especially when you're investing large sums of money. And the thing is, even here on YouTube, most people don't know this. Some of the highest earners on YouTube, the people who's making the most money, are channels that's under 100,000 people, 100,000 subscribers. Not only are they under 100,000 subscribers, you probably will never come across their channel unless someone recommends it to you. And when I started analyzing this and really seeing how the top earners are, because I started going to more seminars, more events, things like this, where Robert Kiyosaki going to be. Because not only am I going to meet Robert Kiyosaki, I'm going to be meeting people that he either partner with or people that he learned different things of business in. And this is one of the beautiful things about professional development that most people don't tell you. You see all of the positive reinforcement on there. Why is the temperature high? You see all the positive reinforcement of, yes, you can, yes, you can. And they make you seem like we're crazy when we're out there doing it, but they're not showing you the strategy, the business classes that you're going through, like how to write business plans. If you're in certain packages, like what I'm finna purchase, how do you get detailed things based off what your needs are so you can help excel yourself a lot faster. And so let me just share with you a few stories about me personally. One is I don't know if I've been talking about this lately. You may not know, but I used to do nutrition wellness counseling. I am a certified plant-based instructor, life coach, all of that stuff. I don't do it anymore, but I am still certified in it. And in the beginning, I was having a lot of problems with my business when I first started it out. Everything on the back end was looking good. I had the courses. You can even get the course now on my YouTube channel for free. It's the plant-based course that CC and I put together. And then when I was doing it, I was doing private one-on-one coaching with the individuals that was part of it. Made good money. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, made really good money. And then I used another MSI with it, of my network marketing side, the business I had at that time, selling Moringa products, which was really good, plant-based, and it aligned with who I was as a person. However, I started seeing, like, after 2 or 3 months, a lot of my clients, they would regress back to what they were doing before and getting sicker sometimes. And so it was really baffling me, 'cause I'm like, dude, what am I doing wrong? I'm telling you exactly what I did. I'm giving you the exact steps I did. All you have to do is do what I do. And that's where the problem is. And this is where a lot of life coaches and a lot of mentors out here are telling people and expecting people to do exactly what they did. And the truth is, those people were not in my shoes. They were not in a life or death situation. Some of them just wanted to be a little healthy. And so when I started realizing that was part of the problem, I actually had to start readjusting how I was coaching them. And what I did was I started meeting them where they were at instead of putting expectations on them to be like me and make little mini Jason clones. I was like, okay, tell me about you. We can find your food home. I was like, give me your food home and then let's figure this out. Let's modify your food home. But also let's give you grace. So whenever you're going out to eat or you with family, it's a holiday, just eat what they eat. It's okay. Let you be the decision, be the judge of if you want to eat it or not eat it. And once I started doing that, I started seeing long-term results in a lot of people. And it was like a light bulb click for me. It was like, okay, stop trying to force people to be who you are. And you see this today in a lot of mentors. A lot of people are telling people, like, with YouTube channels, oh man, you need to do what I do. Oh, you need to be asking people for the money. Oh, you need to be collaborating with these people. And the truth is, you don't have to do all that. There's more than one way to peel a potato. It is your choice. You don't have to use a pillow. You don't have to use a knife. You can do whatever you want to do it. And when you figure out the thing that is genuinely you, that is when you're going to start getting the results. The more you're trying to be someone else or copy exactly what someone else is doing, people are going to feel the disingenuousness. And even with you, you're not going to feel the energy to want to do these things all the time. And that's one of the keys to success. Like, when I say at the end of my videos, success is simple once you know how. That is why I say that. Like, I've been analyzing success for about the last 7 years. Even now, I analyze people who are successful at being unsuccessful. There's no such thing as failure. You either quit or you succeed. The catch is that a lot of us are not taught. You can be successful at doing bad things. You can be successful at being broke. You can be successful at just making poor decisions. It is still success. It's just not the success you may actually want to see for your life, but you are being successful at it. If you wasn't, you would not have those situations and been able to keep doing it over and over and over again. And so, and then, like, I want to say this, especially for people who are in relationships. Be mindful of what type of person you get to life coach you. If you're a married person, you do not need to be getting life coaching from someone who is single. Please hear me on that. If you are married or even in a relationship, you do not need to be getting life coaching from anyone that is single. They cannot direct your life the way you need it to be. You need to be getting it from someone who's been married and preferably at least 10 years. It's very simple to be married for 3 to 5 years. Is once you get past that 5 year mark, that's when you start seeing longevity. I can't remember the exact numbers, but the majority of marriage is actually over after 3 years. That's when most of them end, and then you have like another, let's say about 30% in, in the first 3 years, and maybe within the next 2 years, that fifth year mark, if there's irreconcilable differences or money issues consistently, that's when about another 30 to 40% actually drop right in that 5 year mark. But once you usually get to the 10-year mark, that's most likely a long term marriage, unless something very drastic change, such as life situations, circumstances, or like influx of a lot of money. And we're talking about like maybe from being broke to millions or billions of dollars. So that's not the normal. You get what I mean? Like, ain't not that many people are becoming a billionaire after 10 years of marriage. We all want to be the Jeff Bezos and stuff, but the truth is, it's not as simple as it may be seen. That it may seem, and so just be mindful of that. Like for me, I was getting marriage counseling advice from a married couple. CC and I was doing that, but also on top of that, I was listening to Judge Lynn Toler. She talked about how her marriage was rocky for many years, and then how they really grew to love each other, understand each other. And so, like, I was listening to her books every single day, reading them, watching her shows, any podcasts, anything, stuff like that she was doing. So just be mindful of that. Be very cautious of who you pick and choose as your mentor, and make sure the things that you want to emulate of them are not the physical things such as money, cars, the suits, and the designer clothes. It needs to be the moral things, like, are they happy when they come home? Are they, do it look like they're raising a happy, healthy family? Do they even look just happy and healthy together? Like, let's say if you have a married couple and you never see the two of them together, that's not probably the best marriage. I don't mean that in a bad way, but are they doing the things together? Do you see they're a solid foundation? Like, those are the things you need to judge off. And that comes for business too. Even with business, like, look at a lot of their charitable actions. Look at the things that they do that they don't even post as much or talk about too much. You'll see little slips of it come out in videos, or when they explain, like, hey, I'm doing this right now. Look at the things that are not up front. It's very easy now in today's world to mimic a lot of wealth and success in wealth. But over time, the truth will come out. Like, this is why you see all these people that go and rent these fake private plane setups and making it look like they're in a private jet, or they're walking on the airfield taking a picture of a plane acting like it's theirs, or they're going and renting the supercars, but they don't own them. Like, it's easy to fake those things, and don't get mad at the people who are doing that, because up until now, a lot of people have been teaching that fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it. And the truth is, people want to see who you are as a real person. Like, we all want to see each other succeed. Nobody's just out there like, man, I hope Jason just fail in life. I hope he go broke in Zambia. I hope nothing happens. No, people are not like that. People are good people. So don't think people do not want to see you succeed. It's okay to be honest about where you are right now. One of the things I wish I was able to do is go back, and before I even left the US, to just start my channel and just be talking about, hey, this is why I left. These are the things I'm tired of. Like, man, it's rough out here. Like, you're spending all of this money just to survive, and it seems like any little thing that hits you, it becomes a setback, and it sets you back to the point where it's almost hard to catch up to where you were before. And that was one of my, between that and the safety, that was one of my biggest things. Like, I did not feel comfortable being married in the United States. I didn't feel comfortable even thinking of having kids in the United States. With the thought of having to worry about school shootings, work shootings, even thinking about at that time, what if the police stop my wife and something happened and she don't live to come out of that altercation? Like, those things were stressful, man. It was stressful, and that was one of my biggest things of leaving. Like, it wasn't about. Most people don't realize I left before Donald Trump became president. Like, it had nothing to do with Republicans, Democrats. It was the social structure and the economic structure of the United States. I got tired of it. Even though I always wanted to get big into business, when you're paying all that money just to basic living. I'm just talking about the basics in the U.S. And Texas was one of the cheaper states at the time. Like it was still tough, man. Like it was tough doing the right thing and being a good person, trying to obtain that American dream. And it's a lot easier and simpler to do it in another country where you don't have to worry about some of those stressors. Um, and so I just wanted to share that today just about mentorship because I'm starting to see a lot more and more of this. The podcast, people are giving advice. People are speaking in very definitive terms of saying like, "Oh, this is what you need to do. This is what you have to do." And that ain't the case. So many ways to do something, and unfortunately, a lot of people, I'm saying a lot of relationships that were healthy relationships are being broken up because men and women are listening to single people coach them. And also, a lot of people, because it's that time of year again, when you start seeing all these negative videos about network marketing and it's a scam and all of that, and it's a lot of people who don't understand business and they're being coached by someone who, whatever they done may have worked for them. But if that's not your personality trait or your personality strong skill point, it's not going to work for you. And I'm gonna leave it on this. It's like and when I first got into network marketing, all these people who extreme extroverts putting smiley faces on everything and dot, like all of this nonsense with copy, and it's nonsense to me because I don't even like reading stuff like that. Like if it's like you see me do laughing emojis, but like if it's 30 emojis in a paragraph, I'm done. I'm just gonna bypass it and not even read it. But like people who are extremely naturally extrovert, and then they're trying to tell me, someone who's an extreme natural introvert, that I need to be like them. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not you. I'm not gonna go up to people in a regular store. Hey, you want to hear about this product? No, I don't even want to hear about it telling me. And I'm the person that's selling it. And so I started seeking other business coaches that had their specialty in network marketing. And then I kept going, kept going, kept going. I didn't give up. And then I finally found the ones who worked for me, like Ray Higdon, Eric Worre, Les Brown, Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi. These are just a few of the people. I follow Grant Cardone when it comes to real estate, because looking at how he is understanding the patterns in the U.S., I literally take those same patterns and then I do historical analytic data on it. And from that historical analytical data, I look and see, okay, this is where I am in Zambia compared to the U.S. real estate market. This is where it's sitting around this timeline. So from that timeline in the U.S., what were the booms that were going? And that's how I'm looking, and that's how I'm figuring things out here. Like, I'm not just out here, oh, there's some land, let me throw this. No, I'm doing a lot of research and data, analytical data on this, but I'm comparing it to another market. And I'm just finding where on the timeline of real estate does Zambia's real estate fit into the American market. And then I'm doing an autocorrect from there. Like, okay, if this is where it sits, this is where the U.S. is going. Let me just autocorrect to here and then start from this standpoint where I'm seeing everyone else is still going down the natural path. And the natural path is going to lead you to exactly where the natural path historically led to for even other countries. And so that's how you do stuff. Like you keep finding mentors, you keep finding mentors. Some are going to lead you to mentors who are better than them for you. Some are going to lead them to people who are more suitable for you. But don't ever give up, and just be cautious again on who you're actually taking advice from. I just wanted to leave it there. If you have any questions or comments, leave those down below. I'll get to you. If you are someone that have mentors, let people know, what mentors are you using? Like, I'm about collaboration. I'm about no gatekeeping. So even if it's mentors I don't agree with, leave them down below. It may be someone that needs to hear what that mentor has to say and that can push them to the next level. And just remember this, I'm Jason, and success is simple once you know how.